Hello and welcome to Free QR Gen. This is where you can create QR codes really quickly and simply and add a nice bit of customization as well so it matches your brand. First thing you want to do is enter the URL of where you want your QR codes linked to. In this nice website here. Okay. Now we can move on to the customizations. The first thing here that we have is size. This is useful if your QR code is going on a poster or a banner somewhere. You need to really make sure that it's large enough to be scannable. Now, color is an interesting one. I'll try to make it as simple as possible. So you can choose the color just by putting in the name of the color you want. So this is the background color. I can make it red, I can make it blue, or you can use this color picker down here as well. So if I just go for this sort of brownie color there, okay. Oh, you can also enter in a specific hash or RGB code. So if I do 255, 255, 255, that's gone right, nice. Or if I did FFF, for example, you can use a hash as well. And that's really useful if you have specific brand colors that you need to use. You can just paste those in here and it will just work. Error correction, that's our next option on the form. This determines how much wear and tear your codes can get and still remain scannable. So it ranges from L being the lowest amount of error correction down to H being the most. So essentially, if your code gets damaged and you have H set here, it increases the sort of recovery, the scannability by 30%, as opposed to L being 7%. Well, it's a nice little tooltip here because it's not too clear otherwise if you're not sort of aware of this, what L, M, Q, H, what those really mean. So yeah, H is the highest, L is the lowest. Finally, you can also add a logo to really personalize the code. This can be any image whatsoever. So I just put this tasty little image here on, very nice. And you can adjust the size of this as well. So we've got the options to adjust the height. So you can make it nice and tall and wide. That won't be too useful because it's obscuring a lot of the code. We won't actually be able to scan it. So if I reduce that back down to around 50, let's give this a test just to make sure we can actually get to aidanmotion.com from our QR code. And get my phone out, give it a scan, and that should be loading up. There we are, it's my website. That is all working. We've just generated a QR code. All that's left is to give it a download. If I open up my files, just pop into downloads, say qrcode.png. That sounds about right. I'll drag that over here. You can see our QR code. You just made that in a matter of minutes. But really, without me talking, it would be a lot quicker.